in efforts to get their demands heard. We're now on the line to the Acting Regional Correctional Services Commissioner, Grace Molapedi. A very good morning to you, and thank you very much for speaking to us.
Good morning, and to the listeners as well.
What is the situation now? Have you been able to arrest the conflict?
We have been able to deal with the situation that started yesterday, and we put the situation under control, and all the offenders that were perpetrators were brought under control. 5 officials were injured. A few other offenders were also injured. And this morning, the offenders have started again with burning the correctional center, the P2 section.
When you say they've started again, just how widespread is the damage?
It's just the maximum section at this point in time.
Mm-hmm. But did you not have extra security deployed yesterday following the start of the riot?
We had the EST, that is the emergency support system, and we also had SAPs with us. And they are there, they are managing the situation as we speak.
But it's flared up again, so how many more police have been deployed?
The same number of SAPS officials that were there yesterday. We had support from Gauteng, we had support from Velkom, and we also had the emergency support teams from correctional services, from Gauteng, as well as other management areas in the Free State Northern Cape.
The reports that we were receiving was that prisoners are alleging that they've tried a number of occasions to speak to prison officials about their unhappiness regarding health services and even rehabilitation programs, but yet they've not been given an ear.
The matter was receiving attention. This is the information that we were getting, but it appears that the offenders were not able to give the management the opportunity to deal with the matter.
We also know that prisoners were calling local radio stations with their cell phones. Is that standard practice that prisoners are allowed that?
Offenders are allowed to call using the public phones at a certain time, but we've also realized that the offenders had access to cell phones, and that matter is also receiving attention because as a Department of Correctional Services, we are viewing this matter in a very serious light because we do not allow cell phones in the correctional centers.
Mm-hmm. What else have you found that prisoners are in possession of?
They are in possession of self-made weapons that we've also confiscated.
How do you intend to handle the situation going forward?
We are going to ensure that we have a plan in terms of ensuring that this situation does not repeat itself.
Can you perhaps share with us what some of those plans are?
We will ensure that we intensify the security. We will ensure that we deal with the offenders that have caused the situation at the correctional center to be the way it is. We will deal with them. And as well, we would ensure that we deploy more officials to try and arrest the situation.
What is the prison population and the percentage which is not happy at the maximum security section that you say have gone on riot?
The first section of the maximum correctional center yesterday, I think, was around 728 offenders.
All right. Thank you very much for speaking to us. The Acting Regional Correctional Services Commissioner, Grace Molapedi, about that situation at Groenpunt Correctional Facility in Dennisville in the Northern Free State. 50 prisoners were injured as well as some 9 warders, but she says that number is